What up, dude? Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Today is Tuesday, Two-Piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, whatever Tuesday, November 29th, 2022. On deck for today's show, LL looks at the play of rookie defensive end or linebacker James Houston. Coach Jones updates you on the status of J-Mo and Romeo for this week's game, and I look at how we should get some key players back versus Jacksonville. But before we get into all that, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. First up, man, I know he just finishing up those last of those plays the aunties brought him on Thanksgiving, man. It's your favorite player, my man, LL Cool Tones. What's going on, my guy?
That's way too many days for leftovers. Good morning, Prowl Nation. Happy Tuesday.
Man, and y'all know who it is, man. Fresh off of cooking up some stuff, man. But he in the gym cooking right now. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. It's who?
It's the Wolverine, Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
Let's go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
Hey, welcome back to the show, man. Hey, y'all know what time it is. Buckle up, buttercup, and watch your kneecaps because LL about to break it down for you on the problem we have going on right now in Detroit.
Right. Well, the question that I posed is do we have a problem? In my head, I kind of seen it like Loke Dog, if you guys are familiar with Don't Be a Menace. But, so I'm speaking about our rookie defensive end, our outside linebacker, James Houston. That's his nickname, The Problem. We actually got to see him I didn't even know he started. That was his first start in a very limited play. He had 2 sacks, fumble recovery, 2 tackles. Well, I think all of that counts as 2 tackles for loss. But just in very limited play, it's just like, wow, that's pretty nice. And as they say on TV, like a very small sample size, what do we expect from James Houston is the question, I guess. He got the reputation, I guess, as a problem or as a fierce pass rusher in college. I'm gonna just read some of his stats real quick. As a redshirt freshman, he played all 13 games at Florida. As a reserve linebacker, he made 28 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles, 1 block punt. He had 38 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks in his redshirt sophomore season. He recorded 37 tackles, 3.5 tackles for loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble as a redshirt junior. Following into that season, he entered the transfer portal. He landed at Jackson State. In his only season at Jackson State, he had 70 tackles, 24.5 tackles for loss, 16.5 sacks, 7 forced fumbles and interceptions, and was named all first team to the SWAC, All Southwestern Athletic Conference. So no matter what you want to say, I heard some of the chatter, they was saying that, he was kind of like the big fish in a little pond when he went to Jackson State. It don't matter because you could be the big fish in that little pond, still get pushed around and still not make an impact. And it sounds like he made an immediate impact. So one thing that I noticed throughout all of that is that he has a propensity for hitting the quarterback and making him fumble or just, causing fumbles, forcing fumbles. So the question is, what do we think James Houston is going to be? Is he just a situational pass rusher? Is he not probably going to be on the team next year? Shall he be around? Shall he be a diamond in the rough? And he's going to be the piece that plays opposite Aiden Hutchinson for the next 11 years. What do you guys think out there? What do you think? And this is way too early, and this is purely curiosity, purely speculation, purely conversational. But what do you guys think about James Houston? What is he going to be for this Detroit Lions?
James Houston, man. First of all, I think he should be calling Coach Prime and thanking him down there at Jackson State. Because Deion Sanders and his staff got him to switch from a traditional linebacker because he was playing the middle at Florida, and he switched to an outside linebacker defensive end, man, and he was killing it down there in the SWAC. I hate the narrative that he couldn't do it at Florida because I think what they saw at Jackson State when he got there is that he was playing out of position. He was playing the wrong position. he was playing them in a linebacker. No, your talent suits you better and your size as an outside linebacker, defensive end. This is where you're going to. They had to convince him because he was like, nah, I want to stick it in the middle. He was like, they were like, look, guy, this is what you're going to do because this is what your skill set is. And when you have coaches like that, it's looking out for the best players of the best interest of the players. You get a player that's drafted, out of an HBCU because you look at the last few years, there's not been a lot of players that were drafted out of HBCUs. But this year we had a few that got drafted out of HBCUs, and James Houston was one of them. You look at our GM, he's an HBCU grad, North Carolina State down here in North Carolina where I'm at. But I think his play, not just where he played, but his play on the field helped him get drafted. And if he can continue to ascend and draw double teams away from Aiden Hutchinson when he's on the field, he could be a situational pass rusher. If we need him to be that, that's what I need him to be. I need him to start taking pressure away from Aiden Hutchinson because the Bills doubled him all game. He couldn't get loose because, Aiden Hutchinson can get loose because they were double and triple teaming him all game. So guess what happened? Mm-hmm. When you bring in a guy like a James Houston who can rush the passer like that, that's what's going to happen. You got 5 snaps and 2 sacks. I'm just saying. But I like the play of the young man. He's got a good motor. He's got some good size to him. Didn't think James Houston was that big, but he got some good size to him too. I think he can be a piece. You know what I'm saying? If we continue to develop him, he ain't got to worry about going back to the practice squad. He'll be on the active roster.
Oh yeah. James Houston, man, he just is around the ball all the time. It shows it in from his freshman year in college. He just around the ball. The dude makes plays. Man, there's nothing that you can say about it, man. The guy makes plays, and I don't know, he just has that quality, like, I'm going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the picture at all times. If you look at his numbers, even his freshman year, the limited amount of snaps, he always gets fumble recoveries, sacks. Like, he's always that guy. And I think right now he can be a third down situational pass rusher. But in the future, he could be pushing Josh Paschal for some reps, man. You can't deny that guy. You can't keep him off the field. Just like how people felt about Tom Kennedy. They're like, man, if the guy is doing it, then just let him do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't So, man, shout out to James Houston, man, because Houston, we got a problem up in the D, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, man, I'm loving the problem. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's that? We got 9 problems, and James Houston, I'm loving him to be one of them. If you like the content, man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Do us a favor, man. It's time for the family discussion topic for today. And you know how we like to do it. Drop it, the answer to the question, in the comment section of the video. All right. So the question is, can Houston make a long-term difference on the Lions defensive line? I'll say it again. Can Houston make a long-term difference on the Lions defensive line? Man, let's before we switch, you guys answer that question. Do you think he can make it be a long-term difference on the defensive line? Yes, no, maybe so.
I think so.
Oh, you mean me?
Yeah.
I didn't get it either at first.
I'm gonna say yeah. I hope he kind of, and I don't remember exactly when he hit, but what's my man out of I can't think of his first name, but Houston. He played in Kansas City for a while. Now he in Baltimore, but he kind of remind me of him. I can't think of his first name, but Houston. So I'm hoping he stick around. I'm hoping he can stick around.
Oh, Justin Houston.
Justin Houston. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You know what? He reminds me of Cliff Averill.
Oh man, that's a good comparison.
He reminds me of Cliff Averill.
I was so sick when Cliff Averill went to the Seattle Seahawks. Man, I was so sick when he left. That was my guy right there, man. I love me some Cliff Averill, man. That was my dude, man. Hey, thank you guys for joining us right here, Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Hey, holiday season is upon us, so go on over there, get on your keyboard, and go to fanatics.com. That link's in the description below. And get your loved ones their favorite gear from their favorite teams. Of course, we're going to lean toward the Lions. So if you got some Lions fans and your family, get them some gear from Fanatics. The link's in the description below. a portion of the proceeds from the sale from that link go to help us go to content right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Go over to Lions Nation Unite to help us bring you this content. And it's the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. You got my man Mike Kimber over there. You got Dose of Dion. You got Royal Lions UK. If you do the international thing, that's your flavor. Go check all those content creators out right there in the app. You can watch our show right there in the app as well. So check us out on Lions Nation Unite. And while you're over there, go to lnushop.com and get yourself some game day gear, because it's always game day in the LNU shop, and get the real and not the fake over there at lnushop.com. The fake shirt, they don't really sell. They don't even ever really show that shirt. So it ain't even real. That's how fake it is. They don't even sell it. So with all that being said, man, check us out on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com and get yourself some Prowl Nation gear at LionsOnTheProwlShop.com. Man, I just was watching the replay of the game, or the beatdown that happened this weekend. So if you're getting ready for the Big Ten championship game, Coach Mike is going to hook you up with some Wolverine gear, because if you're a Wolverine on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday, man, Coach Jones got you hooked up with wolverlion.com. The link's in the description below. And then if you want to support the fight against cancer, why would you not? Go over to get some gear from my man, Big Lion Man, the Roll Up gear. The link's in the description below. And the proceeds from the sales of those items go to help the American Cancer Society of Michigan. All right, we done paid them bills. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bills. Now it's time to kick it to my dude, Coach Jones, man, who has an update on 2 players that we want to get back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, everybody want to know. Y'all want to know. I want to know. Probably the players want to know, And Tim Twentyman asked Dan Campbell, could we, and this is a quote from DetroitLions.com, he said, could we see wide receiver Jameson Williams or defensive lineman Romeo Okwara play Sunday versus Jacksonville? And unfortunately, he said it's unlikely. But Campbell did not rule it out completely. And I'm going to read a quote from Dan Campbell. It says, I think it would be a tall order. He said, of either guy playing Sunday. I think we need to see them be able to pull quite a few reps with high intensity and contact. I won't say it wouldn't happen, but it would take a lot. So from that being taken, it sounds like we will see them back the next game, because y'all know we got 3 home games in a row.
Yep.
And so it sounds like they're gonna be on the back end of that 3 game home streak that we got. So man, I'm itching. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want it so bad. I'm like, man, can we hold on and win another game before they get back? You know what I'm saying? Because when they get back, I feel like they're gonna elevate this roster to a whole nother level. When your best pass rusher from 2 years ago, and then your best projected weapon on offense join your roster, man, but man, I just can't wait. I can't wait, because I want to see what the Lions gonna look like, man. How y'all feel about this, man? I know y'all can't wait.
Okay, looking at this, man, I think it's a better chance that if we see anybody this week, I think it may be a better chance that we see J-Mo. And the reason why is that you see that guy running routes before the damn Thanksgiving game. Sweet Christmas, that boy is fast. Man, that dude, his jog is most people's sprints. I mean, that's how fast that dude. People ask Dan Campbell about Jameson Williams. He's like, the guy can run. Like, that's all he keeps saying. Like, that guy can run. That guy can run. He's like, he has got some speed. And you look at what even Jared Goff had to say about Jameson Williams. He was like, he provides a lot of speed. Like, if people would talk about, can Jared Goff get him the ball down the field? He doesn't have to. He can take a 7-yard slant to the house. Like, easy. Like, I want to see both of those guys on the field. I want to see Romeo Okwara on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson, man. You want to see that. You want to see both of these guys back. But To me, I want to see J-Mo back, but I want to see J-Mo back faster than I want to see Romeo Okwara back. That's just me. I want to see it on offense. I want to see what he's gonna bring to the team. So what you got, LL?
I want them to come back whenever they're ready, man. I'm ready for it though. Like you just said, I don't got too much to add, but I'm waiting to see whoever's going to be opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. So if that's going to be Romeo Okwara, let's see it. And then J-Mo, let's go, man. It's because we'll talk about it on the comment card. This is just another thing to add on to. All right, man. You ain't got this. You ain't got this. Here go another weapon for you to hopefully not miss down the field. So let's see what we got here.
And we'll talk about that I know when we get to the comment cards, but we'll talk when we get to the comment cards because I do have a wondering for me in the comment cards for that. What you got, Coach Jones?
I picked Jameson Williams up on my fantasy team because I know they're coming back soon.
All right. All right. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Thank you guys for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Follow us on your favorite social media platforms, Facebook, our individual YouTube channels, TikTok, and of course, Instagram, because it's Tuesday and it's coming. It's right around the corner. Thursdays, baby, is back in a big way. Back and better than ever on my man's LL's page, man. So go and check it out. It's only 2 days away. So woo-wee. Go ahead, man.
Tuesday's better than Thursday.
Yeah, man. We don't know about that. But hey, it's time for to talk about my topic for today, man. We should get back to key players back from the concussion protocol, according to head coach Dan Campbell in his presser yesterday, right? They asked him about the 3 players that we had in concussion protocol. We're talking about Jerry Jacobs, we're talking about Jonah Jackson, and Jeff Okudah. However, he said Jacobs ain't in the concussion protocol, so there's one guy already who's going to be back. But he did say that Jackson and Okudah are in the final phases of the protocol and are set to return to the lineup versus Jacksonville. Now, I don't know if you watched that doggone Jacksonville-Baltimore game, but we gonna need Hefe to come back to the lineup because that dude Jones, and I ain't talking about Marvin, I'm talking about Zay Jones. Zay Jones is a 6'2", 200-pound wide receiver that is quite arguably the favorite target for Trevor Lawrence. It ain't Christian Kirk. It ain't Christian Kirk is the leading receiver, but Zay Jones was the man. He stepped up in that game versus Jacksonville. He's big, he's physical, and he needs somebody to push him off the line of scrimmage. And they were not playing him in man coverage very well for the Ravens. They were kind of playing off of him. They were playing more zone. I don't get that because Baltimore is usually known for more man coverage. But Zay Jones was eating them up in the zone package that they were playing. And if you ain't careful, that dude will definitely light you up. So we need Hefe back to take away that big physical target with speed over there in Zay Jones. But hopefully we get all those guys back, man, because of course we saw what happened with Jonah Jackson on the offensive line. Missing him was terrible. The interior defensive line for the Bills was eating us up. Now, I'm not saying that they have a physical interior defensive line over there at Jacksonville. They're better at their defensive end and linebackers. If you just kind of just scout them guys, they have good linebackers and good edge rushers, not so much on the interior, but we do need that for our running game to be successful. You see how we lacked last game without having Brown and Jackson in. We don't notice. I haven't heard anybody talk about Evan Brown yet, but we're looking like we're going to get Jonah Jackson back for Jacksonville, man. All right. What do you guys think about those key pieces coming back from the concussion protocol?
I think Okudah coming, man, they both coming back. We need both of them back because we don't need I don't want no excuses to why we end up losing the game. I want everybody to be back just for that purpose because we got to just follow that script that we had in New York, man. And Okudah coming back and Jackson back, man. It's like I think we can match exactly what we did in New York. We can do that against Jacksonville, man. So Jonah, come on, man. Okuda, come on, man. Please, sweet Jesus, please come back.
Now I want to say I didn't know Zay Jones was that big either. In my head, I thought he was like a little guy. I know he was a speedster. I thought he was a small guy, but yeah, so any help or any reinforcements will help us out. Jeff Kuda, but like you just said, they said that he's not in protocol anyway. So come on back and help us to win this game. This is my most interesting game of this season anyway. I want to see how we stack up against another team. I just see like rebuild wise and team wise, both bouncing back from some some BS. So so it's gonna be good to be as full of strength that we can be.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. Join us right here on our March to 4,000, man. It starts with you. If you haven't done so already, you keep coming back to the channel for the content. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the notification bell so you know when you're getting fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Now it's time for me to do what, man? It's time for me to zip my lip and Mike and LL too and see what you had to say about yesterday's show, man. It's time for the comment cards, baby. First up in the shoot, we have my man, the law firm, Joseph Murdoch. He said they are learning how to win and the agony of defeat. That's that wild rule of sports back in the day. If they clean up the mistakes in this rookie class, will be a very good foundation to build on. I really like what the Lions can do in this draft towards building a dynasty with a special thanks to the Rams, of course. As of now, it's not looking good for the Rams with all their injuries. Yeah, they just Aaron Donald just went down too. So the Lions can have their choice of Jalen Carter or Miles Murphy. The Lions can use their pick to take Bijan Robinson, a second round, Noah Sewell, and then Cam Smith, cornerback from the TJ trade to the Vikings.
You think he'll be in the second?
First four pick will make the Lions true contenders going forward. Wow. Hey, good research, Joseph Murdoch. You really did your research on this comment, man. Thanks for that comment, man.
I've been looking into things like this too. And Will Anderson, number one. Noah Sewell, I like that pick. Cam Smith probably ain't gonna be there in the second. And Bijan Robinson, I'd rather have Blake Corum. But we'll talk about it when it's time. I like that comment. Michael Hupp, Mr. Reliable says, I think coaching lost this game for us. Why not use more clock at the end of the first half and second half? Run on 3-and-1. Both decisions resulted in Buffalo getting field goals when they shouldn't have had the ball. Yeah, I agree, Michael Hupp.
Tornado, what's going on? The Lions need an upgrade at QB. Man, that's the debate that's going on right now in Lions Nation. Goff is okay, who can play good at times. We need a good QB who can play great sometimes. Yeah, man. You know what? I can't fault you for that, man. That's exactly what we need.
Yeah, the only thing that really bothers me is that with Goff that I see sometimes is that we're not getting the same Goff that they had in LA early on. Goff could throw the deep ball back when Brandon Cooks was out there. He was launching the ball down the field. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Did he have shoulder surgery or something? I don't know. I mean, because I don't never remember having a shoulder injury in LA. He had a hand injury in LA, but I don't never remember a shoulder injury. And he was zipping the ball down the field. I don't know what's going on with that, but I have to give it to you, LA. I don't know what's going on with him throwing a deep ball down the field because he had that as a weapon in his arsenal when he was at LA. All right, next up, we got Shaman in the building, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope it was a good one. It was, for me at least anyway. I was really impressed that the Lions kept pace in this game. In the back of my head, I thought they were going to get trampled. A lot of people did. If they play hard and they tighten up their discipline, the rest of the games will be W's this season. Also, Sam Bryant to the practice squad to elevate James Houston. Well, James Houston did get elevated to the active roster, but it just wasn't for Austin Bryant. We put Charles Harris on the IR.
There you have it. Southwest Lions says, it's laughable. Whenever they lose, the knee-jerk reaction of a lot of Lions fans is they need to upgrade from golf. Goff is good enough. He is 11th in QB rating this season. They need to build up their roster. Matthew Stafford threw more interceptions than any quarterback last year, but won a Super Bowl. Actually, he was tied for the most with Trevor Lawrence. But it's because the Rams had a Super Bowl ready roster. Lions went into a funk after that heartbreaking Minnesota loss. Let's see how they react to this one. Well, I tell you what, because this is how bad I really don't want a rookie quarterback. I really wouldn't mind keeping Jared Goff. We just got to get him like to exactly what Curt just said. Throw the ball down the field. I don't know if we just need to call that like just the play to be down the field or whatever it is, because we're leaving the option for him to choose to either have your progressions be deep, mid, or short. He just not throwing the deep ball. But if we had Matthew, of course he's hurt. But if we had a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, I think this team would be in a much different position.
I just don't think Goff trusts down the field throwing, man. That's just me.
What else do we need then? What else do we need then?
Something happened to him.
JMO, I just don't think he trusts no receivers to go down the field and catch the ball.
I'll take your word for it, Coach Mike.
Yeah. We on top though. 100 says my overall takeaway in this one is a positive one. I'm feeling Coach Mike and LL. This almost winning the big one stuff gets old, and yes, it does, man. However, I was proud of what they put out there for all to see. The question is, can we get hot and finish strong? It starts at home with the Jags. God bless you guys. Go Lions. Yeah, man, that's the big question, man, is how we going to finish this season, man. Can we finish this season like we finished last season or better?
For real. Thanks, you guys, for viewing the comments, man. That's my favorite section. So to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, man. Talk about the family discussion topic for today or any topic that we covered in the show, or just tell us how we're doing right there in the comment section of the video. And we picked 6 of those things to read on the next episode. Now it is time for everyone else's favorite segment. It's time for Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you'll love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right, so the Lions and Bills game was the most watched early Thanksgiving game in the history of the early televised Thanksgiving games. And it was the most watched NFL game on CBS this entire season with 31.6 million viewers. That gives us a lot of exposure for the Lions on the national stage, and the progression is being seen. This ain't the same old Lions, man. This ain't the daddies of them Lions, man. This gonna be turning the corner, man. So this ain't Grandpappy's Lions, man. So go ahead, man. And the Lions, they weren't no chumps out there on the national stage. So that was one of the big things you could take away. So that is your Dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites, man. Go ahead and click the link in the description to go to the Facebook page. If you don't do Facebook, you can go over to TikTok and Instagram and watch all that beautiful dessert footage. Just type in Delightful Bites in the search engine of those apps. Delightful Bites. Get your cookie on. All right, let's go ahead and take that quick walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. We got some people in the building, man. We got my man Detroit Drew. We got Brian Stover, David Anderson. We got Joe Moe in the building, and Beans is in the house, Beanie Siegel. All right, on our silver members, we got the Batman of the 313 is in the house. Henry Wallace, Kirkland Pratt, and Big Dale is holding it down. For our gold members, tomorrow, 3 p.m. is the gold members meeting. We got Mr. Reliable Michael Huck. We got Justin the D. North End Ken. Man, we got Lady Lionel of Douchebagia holding it down. The Jazzy one, Paul Jarose. The Tornado is in the building. That was the Senior Weather we saw over there in the other one. That's the tag they gave him. But and we have the Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. All right, fellas, time for final thoughts for today's show, man. LL, you up first, brother. Step to the mic and tell them what's going on.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. If you got your $2, go get you a 2-piece or some tacos, or find you some dollar conies, man. Just have a great day. Forget about football today. We'll talk about it some more tomorrow.
All right, what you got, Coach Jones?
I don't usually get excited over players' injuries, but in this case, I am. And man, Cooper Kupp went down, Allen Robinson went down, Ashawn Robinson went down. Aaron Donald went down. Matt Stafford, man. Like I said, I'm not happy they injured, but I'm happy. Take it for how you want.
Yeah. I think the Rams are at this point in their season, they're shutting people down. So if they think this is what it is, that helps us out. We appreciate that. Hey, on this two-piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, wherever you want to eat Tuesday, man. We're turning the corner. We're heading into December, but still take time to thank a veteran, man. It's still the end of the student service month, man. And I ordered my student service cap yesterday. It'll be here in a few days. So when it gets here, I will definitely share it with you guys right here on the program, man. But thank a veteran for their service, man, and for what they do for our country, you know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, man, for this two-piece Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, wherever you eating Tuesday, if you're getting overwhelmed at work, you know what I'm saying, take a step back, woosah, ask for help. It's always a sign of strength to ask for help and not a sign of weakness, man. Hey, whatever you eating today, I ain't got no napkin today, man, but I'm gonna go ahead and wipe my face out the, with no curl off your face with your hand, man. And Coach Mike, tell them to finish their drink, man, and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.